Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CC Salmon podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today, we are joined by...
Today?
Is that okay?
No, you just said today twice in a row.
Did
which
I?
you needed to. I go, hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today.
It did feel a little weird for me, but I just was going to power through.
No, I wanted to call it out.
Today is a good day, Hagen, for a lot of reasons.
Raining?
It's raining. You know, I was really in the zone today, just with my work.
Really?
Yeah.
I was wondering why I never heard you playing guitar and singing over there.
And it has everything to do with I'm not eating breakfast.
Here we go.
I believe in that. But that we'll get into that later, maybe. We're also joined by Melanie. Melanie, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
I thought her name was Melbany.
Oh.
Really?
Maybe. Mel, short for Melbany.
No.
Melbany,
Please,
Australia.
No, I get called Melvin at work.
Melvin. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
nice. And where do you work, Mel?
Safeway.
Safeway. Nice. Do you like it there?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, really? Right on. What do you love about it?
Just like the people I'm surrounded by every day. It's just like nice to
Like
have
the
someone-
coworkers or the
Yeah,
customers?
no, the coworkers. It's just like it's nice to have those people that are there for you.
Hey, sure.
And that I get to talk to them.
Well, you're like stocking the shelves, right?
Yeah, sometimes. I've
Okay.
also worked in the bakery, the
Oh, wow.
produce area. Yeah.
They must really trust you. When I worked there, they
And-
never let me near the bakery or the produce.
Oh, dang. I've also done dairy.
Oh,
That's where I
dairy.
started.
You started in the dairy? Right on. For those of you
Like
who don't
yogurt
know,
and stuff?
Huh?
Yogurt and stuff?
I just
yogurt
put
and
it
milk.
out.
Wow.
You just
That's all
put it
they-
out?
That's all they do. They get it in, they put it out.
Get it in, put it out. That's what we do with the food too. We get it in,
Oh.
we put it out. But yeah, I used to work at Safeway. It was a good season of my life. I worked there for like 3 months. It was just hard because I had to really get there early in the morning. Do you ever do early morning shifts or no?
Yeah, I have.
Well, they've changed the system, though.
Oh,
They
yes,
used to
you're
have
right.
the stalkers go in overnight almost and do it, but now they don't do that, right?
Sometimes.
Well,
Some of them.
I think you're right, but you're not right completely. You're
It's-
almost wrong.
We do have stalkers that do it at night,
Yeah.
but mainly it's us in the morning. Like they get there at 6 o'clock in the morning to do it.
Yeah. When I was working, I would have to get there at like 4 o'clock in the morning to unload the truck, though, which I'm sure they still
No,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other people,
Because I had to help
are
unload the
older
truck.
enough.
Yeah. Which
I
is
worked
crazy.
not for Safeway, but for Frito-Lay,
Oh, wow.
stocking the chips at Safeway.
Everyone has humble beginnings.
So I did it different.
Which is, it's fine to work there. It's a good thing.
Sure,
Yeah.
someone's got to.
Yeah.
It's not you and me, it's her.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you for your service. Right on. Well, today we're going to talk about a bunch of good stuff, probably more stuff about Mel and life, but we're also going to jump into Genesis chapter 6, which is a pretty good chapter. I was reading it earlier in my office while I was in the zone, and I was like, man, this is a good chapter in Genesis.
Did you eat lunch?
I did eat lunch, yes.
Okay.
I had a nice...
So is the zone's over? Or?
No, I'm still in the zone. The thing with breakfast is, you eat a little breakfast, or you even eat a medium-sized breakfast or a large breakfast, and then around 10 o'clock, you just get hungry again. But
I just
think
get tired.
really,
Yeah.
well, I don't get tired. I think it has something to do with the fasting, because you fast while you sleep, hence the name break fast or
Hence
breakfast.
the name sleep.
But then when you just keep on fasting, you don't eat anything. Your body's just like a used to it. But if you first thing you do is you eat, your body's like, oh, I need more of this. And you're hungry all day.
Yeah.
But you just keep the fast going for as long as possible until noon. But that's so weird because people tell you growing up, breakfast is the most important meal today. But maybe
Well,
it's not.
The protein helps your brain.
Well, I think it definitely depends on what you're eating as well.
Well, I eat good breakfast.
Yeah, what do you
Cheerios,
eat then?
muffins.
I'm eating eggs every single morning.
Okay, I eat a burrito.
Oh,
Here.
yeah, I know.
Here.
During the Bible class, you always eat your
Yeah.
burrito. Yes.
Yeah.
It always looks very tasty. And if I ate breakfast that morning, I'm kind of getting hungry by that point. I'm a little jealous. Like, man,
Yeah, I've heard different theories.
about breakfast.
Some say it's important to eat something right away in the morning, which I think it has to do with blood sugar. Your body's coming out of this fasted state, and it's if you can eat the right type of thing, it'll help balance you throughout the day with like blood sugar levels, which some say is very valuable. But then other people are like the idea of intermittent fasting.
Yeah. I like how we're talking about this. We have no idea. about anything.
We seem like experts.
Are
don't
we experts?
No.
We're just
'cause my
giving
mom-
advice.
My mom does fasting.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Just like intermittent fasting, or
Yeah.
What's the longest one she's ever done?
I want to say 3 days.
Wow.
Well, partially because it helps with your body too.
yeah, it helps you heal.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Does
I know
it?
someone that yeah.
Why would
Instead of your
not
body,
eating?
it helps you get rid of toxins
yeah.
in your body.
Okay.
Because you're not putting more in there, so it's
Yeah,
you
when
don't
you're
get them
constantly
out.
replenishing it with all of these seed oils and dyes and stuff, your body never fully processes it. But when you're no longer shoving it through the hole in your mouth, then it gives your body a chance to catch up, if you will, and then you can kind of maybe start fresh, which makes sense to me.
Okay.
That logic.
Thanks
makes
for
sense.
explaining it.
But
like
I know
that.
someone that fasted for I think 40 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he lost a bunch of weight.
Oh, you're not talking about Jesus?
No.
No.
Oh wow.
A guy here in
That's what I was
Canada.
thinking. That 40
Yeah.
days.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, all he did was water.
Who is it?
Jeff Birch.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, years ago, he lost probably 50 pounds easily. He just quit eating for like a long time. And he had plenty of fat on him. Like he wasn't fat, but like his body just ate.
You see, that can't be good for you because at some point your body starts eating things besides the fat.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why like starvation
Or, like,
is a big
muscle.
Because like
It definitely can start on muscle a little bit, I think, but I don't know.
I like eating too much to do something like that. I just love it. I love food. Well, Mel, what are you going to do this weekend? Any big plans? Work? Is that your whole life now?
no, no.
No?
Jesus is my whole life.
Sheesh,
But,
facts.
After work, I'm probably gonna hang out with Justice and Axel. There's Justice on the way.
Nice. What are you guys going to do? Jam out?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Have you been watching the Olympics?
No.
Well, it's over now,
I
Hagen.
wanted to.
Hagen, that's such old
Please.
news.
Did you see Trump called the hockey team?
I did see that,
Or
yes.
Kash Patel called Trump from the hockey team.
Yes.
Which tonight, this is recording on Tuesday, is the State of the Union address.
Oh, yeah.
And those hockey players are going. Trump
That's
invited
cool.
them in the locker room.
I wonder how you watched that. I wonder what channel it's going to be on.
Yeah, I mean YouTube probably live, but
okay.
yeah.
You'll have to watch that.
My dad probably will watch it on Fox News.
Nice.
Not
Is your
even
dad a big
kidding.
Fox Newser?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Right on. Is he always yelling at his TV? Okay, that's
He
good.
quit for a good
Oh, he was fasting from Fox News. That's probably a good thing.
Quit yelling.
Oh,
for
quit.
5 years, and now he's back to it.
Oh, no, he's right back in it.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It happens.
Right on. Your parents go to a lot of gun shows, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you enjoy going to those?
Yeah, I mean, I like meeting new people.
That's got to be kind of dangerous, huh? Because guns kill people, don't they?
Yeah, but there are safety like locks on them.
That's
for
good.
A
Oh,
reason.
good.
Like they zip tied the triggers and stuff. You
Oh.
have to.
Yes.
You have to them.
Nice.
Okay. Right on. Do you have a gun of your own?
I have
Whoa.
5.
Whoa. 5 guns that belong to Melanie?
Yeah.
I don't know if legally you're supposed to say that, so this is being recorded. I'm sure it's fine.
Jordan.
I'm sorry, I really had you walk into that
No,
one. Your parents own
Nerf
the guns,
guns, right?
Yeah.
Nerf
Well, my
Your
dad
parents own
builds
the
them.
guns.
My dad builds some though.
Is that
And
legal?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Actually, he has his own business. He's been doing
Does
it
he have
for
a
20
website? Do you know?
Used to. I don't know if it's up right now.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think they're working on getting it back up.
What's the name of his business? You know?
Rev Tactical.
Rev or Rav?
Rev.
Rev Tactical.
Oh, right on.
Check 'em out.
Check him out, but go buy a gun. Nice. What's your favorite
And-
kind of gun?
An AR-15.
Sheesh. Right on. That's cool.
Or my mom's sniper. I don't know what it's
Your
exactly what
mom's
it is.
sniper.
No,
I've
because
never shot. Well, I have shot. I don't know if you classify it as a
I-
sniper, but a big long one before. It was probably just a rifle.
I've shot 3,000 yards, and that's probably my biggest one, I believe.
Question for the gun expert. Is a sniper just a kind of rifle, or does it go from a rifle to a sniper at some point? Because a sniper's just a long rifle. Well, I mean, all rifles are long. Hagen, do you
I
know?
think the snipers shoot more long distance than
Sure.
normal.
It's like a long range rifle as a sniper.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think a sniper. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. A sniper is a rifle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I-
under the umbrella of rifles. It's a sniper rifle.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know that much information. I just know. Oh,
You
it's
just
a
know.
sniper
Yeah.
because he built it, and for my mom, my biological mom.
How romantic.
And when she passed, I got all of her guns.
Right on.
So, and then I got 2 guns, one for my brother, one for my dad. So,
That's cool. Sheesh. So don't mess with you.
I
He'll
know
be
where they
locked
are,
and
too.
loaded. Yeah, right on.
Sheesh.
Good. Well, today we're going to look at Genesis chapter 6. So you guys are both already there. Golly, I'm late to the party.
We're waiting on you.
Let me get there. I like how you have your Bible. Our last guest didn't have his Bible, and I was a little mad at him about that. But
Yeah, I like how she opens it. She doesn't do
Sheesh.
that in Bible class.
well, she already
Yes, I
knows what we're
do.
going to talk. She already knows the whole thing. So
I do know Genesis. Too.
How many years have you been in our school?
It's my 5th.
5th year, right on.
Yeah.
One of the longest.
And the veterans,
Abby's an OG.
Yep.
right on. Well, speaking of OGs, Genesis is the OG of the
With-
Bible. It's the
yeah.
original book of the Bible. And in Genesis chapter 6, we see some crazy, weird stuff. Now, Hagen, here's a question for you. We've been asking Mel all these questions, but I have a question for you. Should people take what we say at face value and just believe it?
I'd say advice on fasting, yes.
Okay.
But outside of that, they should do their own research.
People should always do their own research.
Be the Bereans.
Be the
They were
Bereans,
more
exactly.
noble
That's-
than those in
that's where I
Thessalonica.
was going,
And that they
Acts
searched
17.
the scriptures to find out if these things were so.
Yep. Paul told these Bereans some stuff, and they didn't just say, Paul, we'll just trust you on that one. No, they looked at the Bible. They searched the Bible to see if what Paul was saying was true. And so if you think what we're talking about here is weird or you don't like it, well, you should just do your own research.
Let me read it.
You want to read it? Okay, bet.
Now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Seth saw the daughters of men, and they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose.
That is not what it says.
Oh, the godly line of Seth joined with the ungodly daughters. And verse 3 says, the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. And there were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterwards when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown.
This is speaking about the Nephilim. Mel, what do you know about the Nephilim? It's okay if you don't. Do you remember they're like the half human, half on?
Oh, yeah. They would go to the woman and
Have a
yeah.
baby.
yeah.
And that was a half angel, half
Yeah,
human baby.
so then-
yes.
God do the flood to wash them out.
Yes, good job. Yes. So we see there, that's what this is talking about, the sons of God and the daughters of men, human females, and then these angelic beings. Like Hagen so humorously alluded to, some people think the sons of God are actually the godly line of Seth, and all this is talking about is how, hey, if you're a godly guy, you shouldn't go hang out with these bad girls, and that's what it's saying. There's a couple problems with that. The biggest one is, why would that create giants?
Well, it doesn't quite say created giants, does it? It just says that when this was going on, there were also giants on the earth in those days as well as afterwards.
Well, it definitely implies that that's the reason the giants
Does
would go.
it?
Where would the giants come from then, else?
They were just part of creation,
The giants were part of creation?
maybe.
So
God,
were
just-
Adam and Eve giants or something?
No.
Some people think that, though. Some people think they were way taller. Another reason to not think that is that nobody until very, very recently has ever thought that. It seems clear in the New Testament that whenever they're talking about this, they're talking about angels. We can turn to a place like in Jude chapter 1.
Do you want me to play with you or no?
You can be the devil
Do
if
we
you want.
always believe the oldest interpretation? Does that automatically mean it's
No,
true?
but we believe the New Testament, which is the oldest interpretation, the New Testament. Jude 1 verse 5 says this, but I want to remind you, though once you knew this, that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed those who did not believe, and the angels who did not keep their proper domain, but left their own abode, he is reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of that great day, as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them in a similar manner to these, having given themselves over to sexual morality and gone after strange flesh. Angels left their proper domain and they did something that's very similar to what they did in Sodom and Gomorrah, having done sexual morality and gone after strange flesh. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? These people, they wanted to have relations with angels. Jude makes the connection with these angels who left their proper domain during the days of Noah, and now they're being punished for it. Jude has this interpretation. Peter talks about it as well. So it seems very clear that the way the New Testament reads this passage as being angelic. Okay, we're back. We were talking about the sons of God, and we had a little bit of
Did we go somewhere?
We did. We had a little bit of a power outage. We're not going to lie to the people.
Why
We had a little
would
bit
we
of a
do
power
that?
outage, but during that power outage, I was able to think of even more reasons why I believe.
Do you think there was a spiritual reason we got cut off the air?
Ooh, the spirits of the Nephilim are angry that we're talking about this, maybe. Nowhere else in the Bible does it use the term sons of God, but when it's but to refer to them as angels. So it's never used as humans, the term sons of God. In the plural like that, the word in Hebrew. In Job, it's used for angels. Also, the main reason people don't want to think it's sons of God, and I get this, I understand, it's because it's too weird. It's just too weird, the idea of the angels having kids with humans. It's just too interesting. But the thing with that is Christianity is full of some weird things. Hagen, you believe in talking donkeys. Did you know that?
I believe in one talkie donkey.
That's true. You believe in the virgin birth. That's a pretty weird thing.
One virgin birth.
One virgin birth, yes. So Christianity is full of some interesting stories. So just because something feels weird or unnatural or supernatural doesn't mean it's instantly something we have to explain away. And every time I hear someone talk about how it's not Nephilim, it feels like they're just trying to explain it away because it's too weird.
I feel like there's a lot of weird things that go on in the world and people just like accept it. But when it comes to like certain things like Christianity, people have to question it like immediately. Because a lot of people are like, I don't want this to be true, so I'm going to question you on this.
Yeah, an unfair standard, we could say.
Yeah.
For sure. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. So the giants, these Nephilim, these great men of old were created through this. They were probably terrorizing the world and probably ruling the world. They were much bigger, much stronger, much more powerful.
Maybe building pyramids all
Maybe
over
building
continents.
pyramids. That would make a lot of sense. I don't know.
Machu Picchu.
Getting some forbidden knowledge from their dads, the fallen angels, and kind of corrupting the whole human race. As we see when we're going to get to Noah, there's some interesting verses about that as well. Verse 3 is very interesting. It says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with men forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his day shall be 120 years. Some people think that verse is saying the max amount we can live is 120.
That's right.
But that's not true.
Some people do think that. And there's, people after this we see are living longer than 120.
Yep.
900 years.
Huh?
Like 900 years.
Like 900 years, yeah. Adam lived 900.
One was like 950.
969.
Methuselah, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
pretty stinking long.
What is that verse saying?
It's saying that there's 120 years till
The flood.
The flood.
Till
Judgment.
who dies?
Methuselah dies.
Dying he shall bring.
Yes, his death shall
So
bring.
Methuselah's got 120 years left, and it's of his death that will bring on the judgment.
So God sees this evil corruption going on in the world. It's really bad. So he's like, oh, you guys only get 120 more years left. This is too bad. This is too messed up. I'm going to put an end to this. And then there were giants on the earth in those days. And also afterward, because there weren't.
Explain that one, bud.
That's a good one. There's a different views on that. I don't want to be dogmatic about that one.
Good.
Personally, I like the opinion that, well, I could go either way. I keep going back and forth because we have Goliath, right? And Goliath's a giant.
Sure.
And we have his brothers who have 6 fingers. And they're giants as well. And we have the Zamzummim and the giant tribes. When the children of Israel are going, Og, king of Bashan, his bed was like 6 cubit or really long. I forget how many. A really big bed.
But I heard he was pretty small. He just liked the big bed.
Yes, that's what people say. When the children of Israel are about to go in the promised land, they say we're like grasshoppers in their sight. They're really big. We're really small. So there's definitely giants afterward, as it says in verse 4. There were giants on the earth in those days and also afterward. So how did they survive the flood? Well, I don't think they survived the flood. I think God was successful in wiping them out. Some people think that some more shenanigans kept going on, that people opened themselves up to demonic influence, and that continue, maybe not on the same level, but it continued this practice of creating monstrous human beings. Maybe Goliath and those giants that we see in the later parts of the Old Testament weren't as extreme as these giants. Maybe these were the really crazy ones, half angels, half humans, and then later on they were a little less extreme because maybe there was just demonic influence at that point, but not the full-blown angel attack, alien invasion stuff. Because this is an alien invasion. Interdimensional illegal aliens, interdimensional beings coming into the planet, messing with the genetics, creating these monsters. Maybe that stuff was happening later on a lesser degree. Some people think that through Ham's wife, that the genetic genes for the giants survived, and that's why when we get to Noah's story in Genesis chapter 9, I believe, there's some interesting theories there, but we can talk about that when we get there. So all that to say, we're not quite sure how they survived, but there's some good ideas.
Okay, so can I ask you 2 questions?
You can ask me one question.
Okay, you keep using the word Nephilim. Are you using that to describe the people of verse 4, meaning giants? Is that what you mean? When you say these are Nephilim?
Giants, yeah, the word term means Nephilim, fallen or mighty ones.
Okay.
Yep. That's what it says in my Bible.
So is so one of the theories is that when you see the word giant in verse number 4, that might be a different, for lack of a better term, category than the type of giant that Goliath is in Samuel.
Yes, that would be.
And there doesn't even necessarily have to be any sort of spiritual thing going on with Goliath.
He was just really big.
Sure.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. You look at
how big does someone have to be for them to be demonic? Bigger than you?
bigger than me. You get the idea that the Canaanites were engaged, and people have even you kind of study interestingly the Japanese. They have
they're little people.
Well, they have rituals where their emperor has relations with this deity. And then in Japanese lore, the child of that is this monstrous being. Yeah, so you see throughout human history, there's this theme of demons and people having relations and this creation of these creatures that maybe was going on in Canaan, which is why God really didn't want the people of Israel to be mingling with them.
So, is this possible today?
I don't think so.
I feel like by science they could do that.
It could be. Some people think the Antichrist is going to be this to a level. And this all ties into Genesis chapter 3, the seed of the serpent. Yeah. When you open yourself up to and this also ties into what are demons? Are there a difference between demons and fallen angels? Maybe, yes. You don't want to be too dogmatic about it. It's just all weird stuff. And yeah, when you open yourself up to the demonic, and there's like weird sexual practices, it's like I wouldn't want to. Yeah, it's just like, ooh, things can get weird really quick and really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that God put an end to this. That God took all the fallen angels who were doing this and shut them away. But maybe there's some
Until
copies.
Goliath, or
When does
Well, maybe
Satan-
there's some, like you were saying, maybe the Goliath is not as bad as a version as this. Maybe there's some weird demonic stuff. Or maybe Goliath was just a really tall guy who should have been in the NBA. Who knows?
that's right.
When
Yeah.
does Satan take control? Like, when does he get in power? When does God let him? Oh, you can.
Probably since the Garden of Eden, he's had a lot of
Okay.
free reign.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't know like when he fell or anything.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would have let them back in. That could have been a possibility where Satan was like, ooh.
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It seems that God in Jude and First Peter, it seems that those angels are stuck there until Revelation when they're able to be released.
I mean, if Satan let them go out and then God was like, no, I'm going to defeat that. And then he sends down David who defeats Goliath and his brothers.
Yeah,
And
because David is a picture of Jesus who takes down Goliath, and there's a whole bunch of symbolism in Goliath with the Antichrist. He has like the 666 and all his armor and all that, and it's very interesting. And then David comes and defeats him, which I believe is a picture of David defeating or Jesus defeating the Antichrist in Revelation. Very fascinating stuff. Let's keep going. Any more questions, Hagen? Or are you just not convinced?
Well, no, I'm kind of convinced, but these are just things I think about.
Sure, like could it happen today?
Well, if it happened then and then it
happened
ended,
again.
but then it happened again, then what's stopping it from happening today?
And that's kind of the reason why I would maybe lean towards, because again, I go back and forth, lean towards the theory that it was actually Ham's wife who she had some of this giant blood in her, and that came up in Canaan, Ham and Ham's wife's son, and that's why Noah curses Canaan. And from Canaan's descendants, we get the Canaanites. And where are all the giants seeming to be in the Old Testament? In the land of Canaan. That's where they're all kind of populating, which is why God told the children of Israel to wipe out those people, because they are the last remnant of the surviving genetics of the pre-flood era. Which would then say this could only happen before the flood. A small little bit of it survived through the flood, but then God wiped that out through the children of Israel, and now it cannot happen today unless it happens in the end times when God allows it for some special reason. So I would lean towards that and just say it cannot happen today. Other people would lean the other way. I should have just said that at the beginning.
So when back in verse 1 or verse 2, when you say the sons of God saw the daughters, sons of God meaning what?
Meaning angels. Fallen angels. Just fallen angels who would still have access to heaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fallen angels.
Yep. Yeah, in that, it says in Jude.
So of all the angels that have fallen, do you think all the angels that are fallen, are they in that abode right now in prison? And that's what's maybe stopping it from happening again? So it's
If
like there's
all-
not even an option.
a third of the angels came and started doing this, and then they were all locked up, so that now no more can fall. Maybe. Maybe the fallen angels who didn't come down, maybe they're just too scared to do it. They know that God will really give it to them if they try and do this. That could be a theory. I don't know.
Because you think there's a distinction between fallen angels and maybe demons. Would you say that?
I
Or-
would see that. Yeah.
So there's certain fallen angels that are in a prison, kind of like what Jude was alluding to.
Yeah.
But there's demons that are on this planet. So not all. I just don't want people thinking that evil spirits are locked up somewhere and they don't have access on this planet right now, because
Sure.
they do, right?
Yes, because we have these giants and they are all wiped out in the flood, and they're obviously very rebellious. And when they die, well, if they're half angel and half human, it's like, where do their spirits go? Well, maybe their spirits are just kind of now trapped on this earth until Jesus comes back, and they're disembodied spirits. We never see fault. We never see angels wanting to inhabit anything, good or bad. We always see demons wanting to have a body. Jesus even talked about like a demon would be cast out of a man. He'll go through dry places and he'll want to return to something. The story of the pigs. Demons always want to inhabit a body. Maybe the reason for that is they once were in a body, but then the flood came and they lost that. Again, it's not proven, but we do see a distinction. Angels always have bodies. They always seem solid. Spirits always need to inhabit something. And it's just like, okay, well, if there is a distinction, it's like, did God create the demons? It's like, probably not. It seems that the demons were kind of this process with the giants. The Book of Enoch says that, and the Book of Enoch
Must be true.
Although not in our Bible and has some stuff in it that's incorrect, is quoted by the people who wrote the New Testament. So they at least read it and thought that it had some worth to it. They didn't say that everything in it was true, but they at least used it as kind of one of their sources. Jude quotes from the Book of Enoch. And the Book of Enoch was written before the New Testament. So there's some value there.
My sister has the Book of Enoch.
Huh?
My sister has.
It's a weird book. Yeah. It talks all about this in detail. And a lot of... Yeah, I don't think it completely... Yeah. And there's some things in it that are just incorrect about timing and stuff. But some of the stuff of it's probably true. Like any other book. There's some good stuff and bad stuff. Besides the Bible. The Bible's the only one with all good stuff.
That's why it's called the Gospel.
That's why it's called the Gospel. Facts. Verse 5 says, Then the Lord saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. God realizes that every single thought of man is always evil continually. And people live like this today. There's people who are just always having the corrupt thoughts. Their minds just get worse and worse and worse. And that's how it was back before the flood. And God was sorry that he had made man on the earth. Does this mean that God made a mistake? Does this mean that God did an oopsie? No, God knew this was going to happen, but it still makes him sad. And I think it's very true that God knows the sins that we're going to commit, and it makes him sad. But he still allows us to do it. So God knew this was going to happen. He's still sorry about it in the sense that it grieves his heart, but he allows it to happen. God knows the sin you're going to commit tomorrow, and it makes him sad, but he still allows you to do it. God knew this giant thing was going to happen, but he allows it.
It's like when you know something bad is going to happen, like you know it for a fact, but it still like hurts when that bad thing happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that.
You're like in a relationship and you know it's not good and it's going to end. And still, when it ends, it hurts.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth? Verse 7 says, So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah, what did he do? He found grace in the eyes of the Lord. First time in the Bible, this is the genesis of the word grace. First time we see the word or the term grace. Tell us about that, Hagen.
Yeah. I mean, all this terribleness is going on around the world. God's getting ready to hit the reset button. But notice it doesn't say that Noah was a great guy, although we're going to see he's a good guy. Or that God found grace in Noah. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And that tells you that Noah's seeking the Lord. It seems like most everyone else isn't real concerned about the things of God, but Noah's seeking the things of the Lord, and what Noah ends up finding right there in the eyes of the Lord is grace.
Yep.
And you know what, Mel? That's what you can find in his eyes as well. The same grace that Noah saw in the eyes of the Lord is the same grace that we see that stares back at us.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Yes.
That was good. Verse 9 says, "This is the genius."
I just like the contrast of verse 17. So the Lord said, I mean, this is a pretty, as far as this far into the history of humanity and creation, chapter 6, like the fall was a pretty low point.
It's like the lowest point.
This is like the low. It's just like, imagine just like darkness, sorrow, rain clouds. The Lord says, I'm going to destroy man whom I've created from the face of the earth. I'm going to destroy man, beast, creeping thing. I'm just kind of done. But then verse 8 is just like, but Noah found grace. And it's just like, even in the midst of God getting ready to judge people who deserve judgment, it's like, there's always just that remnant of grace, or that bit of grace that's always prevalent in there and accessible for those who know the Lord.
For sure. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah, he's a just man. He's a good guy. He's not perfect, but he is perfect in his generations. I don't know how else to explain that, but he does not have any Nephilim blood in him. And it seems that in his family genes, he is not corrupted. He is not going to carry on this fallen angel stuff. So that's a very good. And so his sons are pure as well. His wife is pure, and they're going to be able to continue on God's godly line into the new world.
Right, because going back to, chapter 3, right? Maybe some would argue that what Satan's trying to do is corrupt the bloodline of the seed of the woman.
Yep.
Right, and that's ties into maybe the whole Nephilim thing. So Satan's trying to corrupt this bloodline, and yet what God's declaring in verse 9 is that it's through this pure bloodline, this uncorrupted
The seed
gene
of the
of
woman's
Noah,
still going to come.
and that's exactly what's going to happen. It's through Noah to Abraham, to Isaac, Jacob, to Jesse, to David,
The Salmon.
yes, to Obed.
Verse 11, the earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth, maybe including some of the animals.
Sure.
Some weird stuff was going on with the animals too.
Right. And just like the idea of corrupted flesh. It's like corrupted flesh.
What is corrupted? Unpack that.
Like, just like if your theory is true, it's like the flesh is corrupted.
Sure.
It's been tampered with.
Yeah.
God's design has been messed with.
Sure. And in every single culture, again, this doesn't prove anything. We always see these ideas of a centaur. You know what a centaur is, Mel?
I don't,
Half
because I'm
man,
not a
half
nerd,
horse.
but
It's probably in your Percy Jackson books that you like to read. Half man, half horse.
I've also read-
Minotaur, half bull, half man. Mermaid, half fish, half person. Throughout ancient history, there's always these myths of these half human, half animal, mixing animal, weird stuff. And I'm not saying all that's true, but where did the people who wrote that got those ideas from? Maybe from here, where all flesh is corrupted, and the fallen angels there doing some weird things.
I'm just also really into Greek mythology and other mythologies. So
Yes, Greek mythology.
you
No,
like
because the whole
Percy
point of Greek
Jackson
mythology
too.
and your whole point of your Percy Jackson books, which I read as well when I was younger, they're good books, is that it's what? What is the premise of Percy Jackson?
it's
Who
man.
is Percy Jackson?
who is he to you?
Who are his parents?
Oh, one of them's a god, the other one's a human.
Yes. Isn't that interesting?
He's
Oh.
a Nephilim.
We see this, and he has
Wait.
these superhuman abilities. He's half divine, and the Greek gods were like these powerful beings,
Yeah.
half human. And that's because Hercules was this. He was a demigod. All in the Greek myths, we always see these half god, half human people. Sometimes they're the good guys, sometimes they're the bad guys. But we see that. Where did that idea come from?
But also, some of them
Maybe this.
promised not to have any more kids with humans too.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I was gonna.
Maybe that's what
say,
the fallen
maybe,
angels did.
yeah,
We said, we
maybe.
promise not to do this anymore.
And then they went and did it again.
Yeah. And then they went and did it again. Yeah. Yeah, and oftentimes in Greek mythology, the gods are not always the good guys.
Yeah, no.
They're sometimes very messed up, which is probably, again, goes back to this idea of Genesis. And the angels thinking that they're gods, and compared to us, their power and their ability would be godlike in our comparing them to us. But yeah, so that's just another interesting thing of Greek mythology. I lost my spot. You should keep reading.
Well, next it's all about the ark and stuff. Maybe we should save that for next time.
Do you want to say that
Is
for next
okay?
time?
And everyone's homework can be to go home and read Percy Jackson, apparently.
Yeah.
Dude.
But
I've
there's
never
so
read it.
much good.
Is there a movie?
They actually
they're
they
working
made
on
one
it.
movie and they're making a show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I thought there was multiple movies because I heard that there was multiple.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the flood. This
Yeah, it's-
gives us reasoning. It's like, why did God have to kill everyone? Wasn't that a little harsh, God?
Well, what was going on in the days of Noah
That was
made
so
God say,
bad.
I got to restart with
With just
Noah and
one
his
family with a pure generation.
He also did that with other cities too later.
Sure, with cities, but this is the whole planet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is where they started out from too.
Yeah.
Like, so it's kind of just like one area and not the whole planet. But
Maybe.
like,
But there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do the math because they're living so long, if they have a kid every 2 years or every 3 years, there'd be
Okay.
billions of people.
I
That's a lot.
mean, so Noah wasn't quite around for Adam,
Yeah.
but he was close.
Noah's dad
So, I mean,
was.
you're pushing 1,000 years at least,
You have
right?
1,000 years of people with very good genetics having lots of babies.
I guess this was a lot later than I was thinking it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. You don't
Well, you're
really.
only 6 chapters in, so you think
Yeah,
you're close
exactly.
to chapter 3, but a lot of time has passed.
Yeah. And this corruption with the fallen angel stuff didn't happen overnight. It's probably the slow integration, the slow progression of corruption. And that's why God had to press the restart button, because it had gone so bad. Because people are bad today, and he is going to judge the world soon, but it's like, why did God have to send the flood way back then, wipe everyone out? Well, this is the reason why. So it all ties together. It all connects. Even Percy Jackson. That's what I like about the Bible. It all comes together. Well, Mel, thanks for being on our podcast. I hear that you have to go and teach some guitar right now.
Yep.
Assisted teach.
Yep.
Wow. You were just
Thank you, Melvin,
I'm
for being on
busy.
our podcast.
a man of many talents. A woodman of very
No,
talents.
I'm named after my grandpa, dude.
Is his name Mel?
Vin. Yeah.
Melanie? My grandpa
I thought you were
Melanie.
named after like music, like melody, a Melanie.
I wish, but
No.
no. My dad should have thought about that, but no.
Huh. I would just tell people that, but way to be honest.
Well, it was my grandpa's name. His name was Melvin, and my mom was like, "Oh," because it was on my mom's
We're having a
side.
girl. Let's name it
Yeah,
after Grandpa.
Mel. And then
That's
Melanie.
nice.
So,
Melanie.
not
On your
Melody,
birth
but
certificate, does it say Mel or Melanie?
Melanie.
Oh, okay. Right
I
on.
was also born at midnight,
Whoa.
like 16 minutes after midnight. I was like, "Oh, great."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you know when you were born, Hagen?
Not a
Me-
chance.
me
I have no
neither.
idea how big I was, how long I was, how much I weighed, or what time it was.
I just know because when I was applying for the job, I had to get my birth certificate and social security out to say, "Oh, hey."
I'm a real person.
Safeway
Yeah.
said, "What time were you born?" And I said, "Midnight."
No,
They
it's
said,
just
"You're
for my
hired."
identification because I don't have
We
an
only
ID.
hire midnight births.
Yes. You know, it's crazy that you have to have your ID and birth certificate to get your job at Safeway, but to vote,
No.
but to vote, you don't need
No,
that.
it's because of how young I am, and no, just because.
Abby really thought that was funny. Yes,
It's
I'm
because
keep
of
going.
how old I am. Because if I were to be younger, it'd be illegal.
So you have to
And
prove
so-
you're how old you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I'm of age. To
You know,
be
you see
working
those
there.
signs in shops that says "We ID everyone." It's like,
No, they don't.
yeah. Do you really?
No, they don't.
It's like if
As long as-
Grandpa comes in, are you really making Grandpa whip out the ID?
No, as long as they look over 30, they're good.
Yeah.
So I'd probably have to still show my ID, huh?
No.
Depends if you have the glasses on or not. And if you shaved, oof. You better bring your birth certificate.
I'll look like that guy from Salt Lake.
Yeah. Probably.
No, but they scan the IDs now, so like they know if it's fake or not.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have this like scanning thing behind the customer service desk. At least this is what I've seen. Because if someone wants to buy cigarettes but they look under 30, then
They scan the ID.
yeah, it goes through a machine that says, "Oh yeah, this."
Yeah,
is
if you're
real."
gonna poison yourself, you have to be at least 21.
That's right.
It's crazy.
That's the rule.
I don't get why people do that though. Like sometimes it feels good for that person, but like once that's over, it feels.
And then it makes you
horrible.
stinky.
It like, from how people have explained it, it makes you feel sick. It gives you a headache. Like my coworker came into work drunk, and she goes, "I feel bad," and she goes, "Oh yeah, I was like super drunk last night." I was like, "That's why. It's because you got drunk last night. You need to stop doing that, dude."
Good.
So
And those are your
Yeah.
favorite coworkers at Safeway? Oh,
that's one of my favorite coworkers.
Aw.
She's super nice.
Well, I'm glad you're there for her.
yes. She needs a godly friend like you, Mel. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.